Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and we have been continuing our Great One grind for the Great One Red Deer, number 4, and along the way we have had many diamonds spawn with herd management and even a couple super rares, and well, today we have finally got our third super rare to spawn in. And it's finally something a little bit different. The last two have been uneven, mismatched albino diamonds, but we finally have ourselves an even-looking Piebald diamond red deer. But before we go take that guy down, I thought it would be good to take down this other Piebald that I've been saving on my map for a little bit. We saw this guy all stream yesterday, and I said that I was going to wait until other rares spawned before I took him out. And well, with this super rare spawning, we can finally take down this guy over here. So we're going to test things out on this guy first, because I am going to be using the Glock to take them down, and I obviously don't want to risk it with the super rare without any practice, so we're going to go ahead and take down this guy right here. As you can see, I already took out one of the stags that was over there, and then I decided I might as well go get this guy with the Glock before I spook them off by shooting the 300 at them. Another reason we are going to be using the Glock with iron sights to take down this level 7 right here is because I would eventually like to take our next Great One with the Glock and its iron sights, and this would be a good way to kind of test it on something that's at least a somewhat high value target to almost simulate the type of nerves that I would have when going after something crazy like this super rare or the next Great One we end up finding. Obviously, it's not going to come quite as close to the real situation as I would like. It's not going to simulate it quite as well, but it's at least going to give us a chance to take down a somewhat good trophy with the Glock and the iron sights to give us a little bit of risk here. And we're about 50 meters away. Let's get ready to take it down, and I'm going to assume, yeah, wow. Okay, so I think what we did there was hit the heart. That looked like a heart shot. That is kind of crazy. So I believe the bullet does hit at the very top of the sights. That thing died so quickly. I can't even imagine that being anything but a heart shot. That was crazy. Well, let's take a look at it. I think this was definitely the heart, and yeah, it was. So that was a double lung heart shot. Took it down super quick. So we need to aim with the top of the iron sights, it seems, which I kind of expected that to be the case, but you never know. It could have been like the middle of the sights as well. It does happen on some guns, but it seems like with the Glock, it is the top of the irons. That's a good little Piebald to get us warmed up to take down the much nicer Piebald that we're going to go take a look at right now. So most likely this video will come out a couple days after I end up recording it, and I did spot this guy last night, and because it was so late at night and I wanted to get a full-on commentary and everything with this video, I decided to leave it for the night and come back in the morning and take it down, and that's what we're doing right now. But I spotted this thing a couple hours after Mel's Gaming got her Great One in multiplayer, which is an incredible feat, by the way, and if you guys haven't checked out her video, be sure to go do that. But she's the whole reason that I jumped into here, because I saw that multiplayer Great One, and it gave me the itch to go search for a Great One myself and continue our Great One Red Deer grind. And like 3 runs later, this guy spawned, and well, in the footage that we're about to show here, you guys can kind of see the moments leading up to it, and I moved up to this location, and the second that I spotted it, I immediately knew that this was going to be the craziest super rare that I have ever killed. And well, you can see just by my reaction, I completely stopped doing everything and just scrambled to get my recording software up, and then I got to thinking, you know, we'll take this in the morning when I can actually commentate over it. So that's what we're doing now, and we're going to stock up on this thing, try to get to about 50 meters and take a shot on him. Man, this guy is just so beautiful. It's crazy to think that all of our super rare red deer have spawned in the exact same zone. This is just a hot spot, and with our herd management grind, we have pretty much made it so we don't have to go to a lot of these other lakes up here, and this has been consistently our best location to go to. And also, if you guys are curious how we managed to get all of these super rares, take a look at my herd management guide. If I remember to, I'll put it down in the description. But herd management is a wonderful thing, and it gets your herds to a point where you can get a diamond every 10 to 20 kills once you get it to its maximum stages, and that's kind of where we are right now. We are currently 17,000 kills into the red deer grind, with 3 great ones and now 3 super rares. So even with herd management, it's still been roughly a super rare every 4,000 to 5,000 kills, give or take a few. But it's definitely made it a little more achievable, and that's why we see this guy right here is all because of herd management. And it's just crazy that I can finally put an even diamond red deer in our trophy lodge. Now we just need to go for that melanistic one, because we have 2 albinos and now we're about to have a piebald. Well, he's moving a little bit, which I don't necessarily like, but as long as he stays broadside, we should be okay. I'm going to try to get to right on 50. That way our shot is 100% accurate to where we're aiming. I think we should be good right here. So let's go ahead and stand up and get a shot into this guy. That should be a good hit right there. Yep, he's going down. There we go. Level 9, legendary piebald red deer going down. 264 estimate should mean that he's going to score 264. As with most species, rares do score at the very top of the estimate. This is officially going to be the craziest super rare I've ever killed, I believe. Even though we did get the albino diamond red deer, and those are technically more rare, this guy is just so big. And I have been looking for an even rare red deer, or even rare diamond red deer, ever since we started the herd management grind, and it's just took so long to even get it. We had 3 troll piebalds in a row, then we ended up getting those 2 super rare albino diamonds, but both of them were really uneven and wonky and didn't look all that great. But now we finally have a super good looking diamond piebald red deer. This is incredible, and honestly, he died in a pretty good spot. That actually looks pretty good. Let's get our dog to lay down as we take a couple screenshots. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful trophy. Well, let's go ahead and claim it before anything weird happens with possible crashing, and that is a 264.72 diamond piebald red deer. That is just so insane to finally be looking at. My gosh, and he's very close to max weight as well. 237.51 kgs is very high up on the weight. That is so awesome. It's just so nice to get a somewhat even one. You can see it is slightly different, but it's close enough to where it still looks really good. But one antler is a little bit lower than the other, but still much nicer than the previous super rares we've killed. Though the actual fur type isn't as rare as an albino or a mela, still really cool. And I mean, while we're talking about really big red deer, we might as well show off another crazy red deer trophy I got recently, because I did shoot a 271 scoring red deer a few nights ago and didn't really have a video to put it in until now, so let's go ahead and take a look at that while we're talking. It was late at night once again, don't have any commentary over it. I shot the red deer just thinking it would be a normal sized diamond. I get up to it and pick it up, and next thing you know, it's one of the biggest red deer that I've ever killed, and in fact, it might even be my new record. I'm not 100% sure what my last 271 scored, but it was definitely 271 point something. This one happens to be 271.9, which I think is pretty much the same as the other 271 that I had got earlier in this grind. But regardless, still a crazy trophy to find, and he'll probably go in our lodge as well as this beautiful super rare piebald will. You know, at this rate, we're going to have to replace most of our normal diamond red deer if we keep finding these super rares, and most likely with how long I plan to grind to get at least a couple more great ones, we're probably going to find another super rare eventually, so I think we'll probably have to start moving some of these regular diamonds out of our trophy lodge, because obviously I'd rather have the super rares in here, but I think for this one, we're going to replace one of our diamond albinos, but I'm not sure which one as of now. That guy's 254. I'm thinking this one is going to be the one that we keep because it does score 256. So let's remove this guy over here and replace him with the brand new piebald. And just like I said the last time that we killed a super rare red deer from the herd management grind, I really hope that this just reinforces the fact that you really don't need to cheat in Call of the Wild to get trophies. A little bit of hard work and some time spent doing herd management, and you can achieve those same types of trophies that the people that stoop low enough to cheat would be able to as well, but you're doing it legitimately with the herd management method. So I really hope that that just reinforces that statement that you don't need to cheat in a game like Call of the Wild, and I still don't understand why people would do it when there is actual game mechanics that you can use to get those crazy trophies if you get good enough at managing your herds, and it can produce things like this guy right here. And I really hope that that is going to be something that a lot of people do take into account that may have been tempted to cheat to get some of the trophies that they wanted. But in reality, you really don't need to, because you can get just as much success from something like herd management, and I feel like my grind is a perfect example of that. And the one that we just took down is now going to sit on this wall across from the very first mythical albino that we ever killed back in late 2020, because this guy still has a pretty special place in my heart, as he was the very first big rare red deer that I ever killed, and I was so excited to get him. And now look where we've managed to get ourselves since then, able to get 3 super rares versus back then where I was excited to even get a 7 or an 8 that had a rare fur type. And it's just crazy to see how far that we have come and how much we have learned about the game, to the point where we can start getting some of the more crazy trophies. And back then, that was when I really wasn't as deep into the grinding as I am now, and didn't know quite as much about how to get the big trophies. And so back then, getting a mythical albino was one of the most insane things to me, and I was so excited to do it. And it's just wild to see how far things have come and how much things have changed over the last year or two. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to go ahead and leave it there. I hope you all had a great time watching me take down this super rare, our very first even diamond super rare red deer. And if you guys are brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click that like button, and ring that notification bell so that you guys will never miss any of the future uploads. With that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!